Yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Action Jackson. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys winning in a shootout against the Seattle Seahawks, 41-35. So before we hop into the video, I would appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content, man. And really, man, what I got started by saying is great game to Seattle. I forget to normally do that, congratulate the opponents, but that was a really great game by Seattle. I understand that we did beat them, and but it wasn't an easy win at all. I never thought it was going to be easy win because Seattle in years past has always had our numbers every single time, whether it was with majority of the time it was with Russell Wilson and Geno Smith. You guys saw today he was dealing today. Seattle has always given Dallas problems every single year. Nothing's ever new with this team. They're really great. They always play us tremendously well. Everyone in the everyone in the NFC West conference, they always play us great. But it was a really great game, and in particular, it was a hell of a game by Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott today was 29 of 41. He was a yard short of 300 yards, but it doesn't matter. He passed for 299 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. He contributed on the ground to 7 carries and 22 yards. He didn't turn the ball over. He was great in this game, and he was the main reason why we stuck in this game. The defense was horrid. I'm going to get to them in a little bit, but I'm only cutting them slack because they did play 3 games in 12 days, and we understand that it is a tremendous and that is a tough stretch for anyone, no matter who you're playing against, whatever the odds might be. It is tough in this league, and I haven't played in the league, but once you hear all the pros talking and every Hall of Famer talk, they always describe the game as it being a car crash, and they always mention about how it's tough for them to play just in a 7-day period from Sunday to Sunday, but when you got to play from Sunday to Thursday, that's a 4-day stretch, and when you're asking an NFL player to do in 7 days, you're asking them to cut that nearly in half to only 3 to 4 days to play another NFL game, into which they describe it as another car crash, right? So for them to do that 3 times in 12 days, that's a tremendous fight for the Dallas Cowboys. And like I said, Dak Prescott was the reason why you won this game, because defense couldn't get you a stop. Seattle, they scored in every single quarter. They at least scored 7 points in every single quarter, right? You outscore them in the second half, 21 to them having 14. Looking at team stats right now, you did run the ball for 135 yards. This was a playoff-like atmospheric type of game, because this was a game that I did say had a lot of playoff implications. Thank God you won this game, because now you go to 9-3 right now. But like I said, even if you run, somehow if you and Seattle end up having the same record, you would end up getting the 5 seed, end up playing the NFC South, versus if they had beaten you today and you guys ended up at the same record at in week 18, at 12-5, let's say, had Seattle had went out, they would be the 5 seed and you would be the 6 seed, and you would be playing either San Francisco or Detroit, right? So, like I said, it was a really great game. I'm proud of this team and what they did tremendously, especially offensively. Tony Pollard ran the ball 20 times for 68 yards. He averaged 3.4 yards a carry. CeeDee Lamb wearing that number 88 for a reason. 12 catches, 116 yards, averaged 9.7 yards a catch with a touchdown. Jake Ferguson was 6 of 77 yards, 12.8 yards a catch with a touchdown. Brandon Cooks was 4 of 45, 11.2 yards a reception for a touchdown. That's where Dak Prescott's 3 touchdowns came from. Then CeeDee Lamb also contributed on the ground today with 2 carries for 30 yards. Offense, their thing today, we didn't have to punt, so I'm proud of the offense. But there was some clock management issues that I did have a problem with. I wanted us to go for 2 earlier in the game. We ended up getting the 2-point conversion anyway, but when we scored and had made it 28-27, I felt we should have gone for 2 at that end. CeeDee Lamb dropped the ball on 4th down, turnover on downs when it was 35-27. Had CeeDee Lamb caught that pass and everything, and the game would have played out the way it had, I believe we could have ended that drive with a touchdown, and the game's probably looking a bit different right now. I think we probably could have ran away with the game, but man, the defense, man, and we struggle defensively versus teams that can put up points. And when we play adequate quarterbacks like Geno Smith, not saying he's a top 10 quarterback, but he's a solid athlete, as we saw tonight. And like we saw last year, he's just really great athlete at a quarterback. He has a pretty touch on the ball, everything of that nature. We just have a lot of things that we're putting on tape that is just it's crucifying, and it's just it hurts when watching it, because when you're watching every single big game that we played, and especially versus the two top teams in the conference with San Francisco and Philadelphia, when you finally get them on third down, on that 3rd and 5, that 3rd and 7, that 3rd and 10, why is Deron Bland and Stephon Gilmore in our slot nickel corner playing behind the sticks? They're automatically giving up the first down. I've seen that on film against the Cardinals. Every single loss that we lost this year, game that we did lose this year, we're doing that, and that's a repetitive thing that we're putting on tape, and that's going to end up costing us in the playoff game. And you got to make sure that we're fixing. We have to fix that issue. Um, Defensive line wise, I don't, and that has been going on also because it happens in the secondary when we're sending Donovan Wilson on a blitz, when we're doing many different things like that. Why is somebody always lined up off sides, whether it be Dante Fowler, Micah, but most of the calls has always been on J-Ron and Dante Fowler. They always been lining up off sides, and that's going to hurt us down the line because again, when you're down there and you're 3rd and 5 and you're lined up off sides, the ref's automatically going to throw a penalty no matter what happens after the play. So if you get a PBU, a pass breakup, and then that penalty, that pre-snap penalty essentially costs you, right? So it's a lot of those, it's those small things that always get you beat in the playoffs. And this was a playoff-like game. This was, right? Because, like I said, Seattle couldn't lose this game because their next stretch, and they was talking about all night on Thursday night, but no, they got Philly, they got San Francisco. I forgot another playoff team. They play a lot of good teams heading up right now, man. And right now, they might not even make the playoffs, but defensively, we got to tighten up. But like I said, I'm giving them slack. I'm giving them grace because they were playing 3 games in 12 days, and that's really tough for a defense, no matter what the defense is. But we do have to tighten up because those are a lot of tendencies that I'm seeing, and I don't got NFL Game Pass. I'm not watching film consistently. So, but just from what I'm seeing off the TV copy and seeing it on a per game basis, because I watch this team every single snap, I know what we do defensively. When we're playing talent that we're scared of, we'll back up and we'll give them space. And how I talk about all the great receivers, you can't give great receivers free reign, and you have to jam them up at the line. No matter who the receiver is in NFL history, you can't give them free reign to do what they want. DK Metcalf is a great receiver. Tyler Lockett, JSN, all great receivers. You can't give them free reign to do what they want, because if they do, it's ball game. You're going to end up extending drives. We had a tough time getting off on 3rd down today. We did a really great job stopping the run, but Seattle is tough for the Seattle running backs to consistently run the ball as efficiently as they can with only one running back, because Zach Charbonnet is a running back that they do trust to carry the rock down in and down out. He did exit today with some sort of, I think, injury or concussion, because he was in the medical blue tent. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what they were saying about the update on Zach Charbonnet. Hopefully he's healthy. Hopefully they get Kenneth Walker back, and hopefully they can make the playoffs, because that's a hell of a team that they're the 6th seed. They can probably make an upset. I feel like they match up with Detroit, who they already beat earlier in the season. If they got to play Detroit again, I think that they can beat Detroit, and whoever the 1 seed is, well, let it be Philly or San Francisco. You never know what can happen. If Dallas, you take care of business, you're the 5th seed, right? You take care of business against Atlanta or New Orleans. You might got to play the 2nd seed, whether that being Philadelphia or San Francisco. But like I said, I think that Sunday game matchup determines whether or not who you play in the 2nd round. Philadelphia wins, you most likely are going to have to see Philadelphia if the 2 seed and 3 seed in the NFC can take care of business and there's no upsets. And that's pretty much it, really, for playoff implications. Hopefully we came out of this stretch unscathed. We have no injuries, none of that. And hopefully we can possibly sign Shaq Leonard to improve this defense. That's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye.